I am reviewing the AC9 that I got a little over a week ago. That is it right there on the stainless steel telescope from Smoke Tech. It's got the PMMA plastic tank on it. I've had fluid in there for about ever since I got it. Never had one cracking issue. A friend of mine went through two 30 ml bottles already. Hasn't had any problems with it, so I know there was a lot of skepticism on the PMMA, but it's hasn't cracked yet. I don't ever see it in the future cracking, so I mean, that's just the looks of it. I got the kit. It was $139. After shipping, it was about $155, and worth every penny. I mean, the thing, it looks great, vapes like a train, and it's probably one of the easiest rebuildable atomizers I have ever used. This top cap fits on like so, and I can hold it by it, I can shake it, it's not going anywhere, but it doesn't take a lot of force to take it off. So I think that is the perfect concoction. That's right where I like it. I do take it off often just to check out my coil, make sure everything's working right. So you're not gonna need to be Arnold Schwarzenegger to take it off, but it's not gonna fall off. So I like that. By far my favorite rebuildable atomizer I've ever run across, ever used, ever talked to anybody. You know, I've talked to numerous peoples on different forums, different chat rooms, and I haven't heard any negatives on it, and I can't find any. I mean, when I get a rebuildable, I try to mess it up. I try to find the pros and cons of it, and I've tried to mess it up. I've wrapped it so lazily before, and I mean, look how lazy I wrapped that. I wrapped a 3-2 on that. Didn't even wrap it tight at all. And we'll just show you here. This is the first wrap that I did on here. I didn't have to move it around. I never got one hot spot. It's still not even getting any hot spots. I haven't gotten one. This thing is great. I mean, that's so lazy. Like, I did that in 2 seconds. I just wrapped it around. I wanted to try a 3-2. Rip said in a video the other day he did a 3-2 and it was crazy. I did it. I mean, it's wow. It's really, I mean, there's no really words to describe it. I'd love for you to be in the room with me right now, and just so I can let you vape this, because I feel like I'm cheating all of you. It looks great. Flawless machining on it. I got it. It was double boxed. Great shipping. And I mean, there wasn't one mark on it. It was bubble wrapped like crazy. I don't know what they were worried about, but whatever, man. They're made in the U.S. I talked to Rip the other day. He said that they're made in Raleigh, North Carolina. I live in North Carolina. I didn't even know he lived here. And this thing is just great. I have a store. It's PLOOMZ in Cary, North Carolina. I sell a bunch of mods, and I can't wait for the second batch to come in. I'm going to order as many as I can get my hands on. I think people are just going to eat that up. Another great thing about this mod, when you unscrew this, I'm not going to do it right now because I'm going to try to make this a video short and sweet, but this tank does not touch that center post throughout. There's no juice touching it. We'll give you an example. On this Cobra, there's juice touching that center pin, so you'd have to essentially drain all that juice out. With this, you unscrew this top screw, take the positive post all the way out, take this top cap off, and there's your tank of juice. There's no pressure on the outside of the tank at all going out. So this tank, I don't think will ever crack or bust. It's just top-down pressure. I mean, it's the only one like it. It's an amazing way that they did that. I didn't think it would work. I thought it would leak like crazy. Never had one leak problem. These things aren't screwed on tight. It's just hand tight. I haven't had to crank on it, and I've had no leaking issues. I've heard a lot of people worried about the leaking issues because this is so innovative and nobody's ever tried it. It works. Just for any doubters out there, it works. I love the airflow on it. I know a lot of people over in Europe were saying that the airflow, they're not used to it. They're used to a tight draw like it did. But I don't know. I prefer a little bit more airy hit. And this hole on it. It doesn't whistle. It's just big enough. I think it's perfect. I get great vapor, and I generally don't get very much condensation. The flavor is one of the most amazing things I've ever had. I've used Fluid in many other things, and I think I get the best flavor from this. Like I said, it's probably the easiest rebuildable atomizer to wrap. I got the kit. It came with the pre-oxidized wicks. That's awesome. Those pre-oxidized wicks, you will not get a hot spot. Also, in the bottom of this tank, when you put the wick all the way down, it's not touching metal. You're not going to get a short. It's touching the PMMA. So, in essence, you're not going to get a short. First of all, if you wrap your own wicks, you're not going to get a short from it going all the way down in the tank where it should be. And like I said, I got the pre-oxidized wicks, the 3 for $10. Great deal. I've used the same wick for a little over a week that I've had this mod, and it's the same wick. I've wrapped it numerous times. Like right now, I have a 3.2. I've wrapped a 5.6, 6.7. The same flavor throughout. Vapor production is insane. And I don't know what they're doing over there in Raleigh, but they're designing some awesome machines, man. There's nothing like it out there. I'm gonna buy as many as I can the next batch. I know they're opening up pre-orders for it, and I'm gonna get as many as I can get. I'm gonna tell all my friends about it. There's a couple people that come up to my store that want a couple of them, and I would jump on that ASAP. I'd say it's a positive. Some people might not like it, but it eats juice, man. But you get all of that flavor. You get all that juice. It's not leaking. It's not going anywhere. I'm getting all of it. So, in essence, if you're a hardcore vaporer, I would back down on your milligrams, because this thing is going to eat your juice up, and you're going to get all those milligrams that your juice is. I usually vape like a 24. I back down to like an 18 or 20 because I had to. This thing is... It hits, dude. I mean, if you don't believe me, buy one and try it. I mean, that's really the only way that I can explain this to you. There's probably going to be numerous videos out there of people saying the same exact thing I am. I popped numerous wires on numerous other mods, have not popped one wire on this. Not one. I've wrapped twisteds, I've wrapped 3.2s, I mean everything. The only minuses that I have seen that I think I will ever see in this is the 510 drip tip. The tip that comes with the kit is has a little bit bigger of an O-ring on it. So your average 510 drip tip with the average ring on it won't fit. But if you have a regular 510 drip tip, if you just put a larger O-ring on it, you'll have no problems with it fitting. And I contacted Rip, and he told me that the next batch of AC9s is going to have a little bit smaller hole, so it'll fit every single 510 tip that you'll ever run across. With this second screw that's closest to the top, the positive screw right there, in order to make that tight and not move this bottom screw that the pin is set through, you're going to need a little screwdriver or an Allen key, and you're just going to tighten it like that. That's the only finicky problem I would say that I've had with it. Those are really the only negatives that I can find with this thing. Other than that, I mean, I've dropped it waist height numerous times. It hasn't broke. And I have had zero leaking issues with it. Absolutely none. Made in the U.S. And Rip, great customer service. I've contacted him numerous times on email. He's gotten back to me within that day every single time. And now I will vape it. This is what I've been waiting for. This thing's crazy. I love this. The flavor is ridiculous. I can't even explain to you. I wish I could tell you. Obviously, Fluid, one of the best juices out there in my opinion. The AC9, it wicks like crazy. All of them are lighting up. Look at that. It's like a fireworks show going on right there. This AC9 is crazy. Alright. This thing hits like none other. The best flavor, best throat hit I've ever had out of a rebuildable. Haven't popped Haven't popped a wire in it yet. You can go as low ohms as you want on this thing. A 3.2, I don't think it gets any lower than that. A 2.1 maybe, I don't know. But this thing will probably do it. But a 3.2 up to as many as you can fit on that wick. You're going to get the same flavor. You're going to get amazing throat hit. And you're going to get an all-around great product, in my opinion. Well worth my money. Probably the Ferrari of rebuildables. There's not bad things to be said about this product. I would get one. It's worth it. I believe in it. So, with that being said, can you see me now? It's amazing. I mean, there's really nothing else to be said about it. For the AC9, it's worth that. I'd probably pay another $75 for it. If the price went up, I would pay it. So.